Hi guys, welcome back to Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking another look at an oldie but a goodie, and that is Soldier of Fortune. I have many fond memories of this game. I remember like 20 odd years ago I'd been let go from my job and I was very depressed and feeling quite combative and wanting to hurt something, and Soldier of Fortune was the most socially acceptable way I could do that. It is using an in-house engine called the Ghoul engine, developed by Raven Software. As you know, Raven are a relatively big name even nowadays. They've done some recent Call of Duties, including Infinite Warfare, and some of the old ones as well, like Hexen and the X-Men Legends series and things like that. So they're a house with plenty of pedigree, and yeah, it's a corker of a game. Their Ghoul engine has like 26, 27 different points you can shoot a person and have them react differently, which is just wonderful for getting your frustrations out. It's quite well done. Even though it's an old game and obviously the graphic fidelity isn't great, I'm playing the Platinum version available on GOG, which was re-released in 2018 here. It originally came out in 2000, so that explains why it looks like it does. But the Ghoul engine works rather well, and although, you know, the storyline isn't anything to go by, you play a mercenary working for the shop, a mercenary organization, and you go across the world trying to keep nuclear weapons out of the hands of the badniks, which in this case I believe are some South African terrorists that are in Germany. Draw your own opinion on that one. I don't know. I'm staying by the way. But yeah, the Ghoul engine, so if you shoot someone in the guts, his intestines will be exposed. If you shoot someone in the head, if you're using a large enough caliber weapon, his head will be gone. You can shoot their legs off, their arms off, you can shoot them in the balls, shoot them in the throat. It's quite good. Now, as I say, the game outside of the Ghoul engine probably wouldn't have gotten the popularity and notoriety that it did. It did get enough to have two sequels. The second one is called Double Helix, and the third, Payback. I've played both of them. I've completed the second one as well as the first, and the third one isn't great. It's full, if I remember correctly, because it was a while ago I played it, it's full of instances where you get shot and you have no idea where it came from, which is kind of cheap, in my opinion. And that happens like a lot. You really do sort of like tippy toe watch and try and look everywhere. The third one isn't a great game. The second one is really good. It is definitely building on the first, and it's still got the fantastic core effects. In fact, the graphics are better and the effects are better overall. I mean, it's just what a sequel should be, really. It's the same as the first one, just a bit more modern and a bit more advancement in the systems, and it is a better plot as well, because the plot in the first one is fairly forgettable. The second one is slightly more interesting and there's a bit more variety, but unfortunately the variety they've chosen to take is in the form of stealth, which I hate, so yay. The first one though, it's proper guns blazing, fast-paced action. I don't know if you'll reach that part in the footage, but I did lose the game by shooting a homeless man. He was just there. I come around the corner, he was right in front of me, so I blew him away. Sorry. I guess this is why I'm not allowed a gun in real life. It's that fast twitch reaction that comes from drinking too much tea, I suspect. But yeah, it's a great game. It's on GOG, as I say. It was released in 2018. Runs on modern systems, no problem. Some of the controls are a little bit odd, considering modern conventions. So like space is use, E is jump, and then you have I think F and G are lean. So they're all rebindable though, so you can sort those out yourselves. But it is a strange experience to play something from the earlier days of shooters where, you know, nowadays pretty much every shooter has the same controls because that's just the best way of doing it. So it's interesting to play a game from back in the day when they weren't as ironed out as they are. You play John Myers. I'm not sure if he's a real guy. I seem to remember reading something back in the day that he was a real guy, but I couldn't find anything on it. The shop is, well, I don't think it's a real place, but it could be a super secret after all. I believe a version of the shop was also in several Stephen King novels like Firestarter. Probably not the same one, in fairness. I haven't seen Martin Sheen or John Rainbird. I forget his name. George C. Scott. I think that was the name. Whatever. Anyway, I'll get off topic a little bit. So it takes you all over the world. You go from different environments, from snow. You go to Kosovo, Iraq, Germany. You start off in the subway, which is the level I'm playing here for you. And it's just bloody good fun. You have the old school standard of having all of your guns on you at the same time. No need to only pick a couple. You have them all with you and pick the ones relevant for the situation. Interestingly enough, the pistol is... In the early level, you have a pistol, the knife, and a shotgun. Obviously, you want to use a shotgun most of the time, but when you can just see them off in the distance and they're not actively engaging you, the pistol is actually better for picking them off. Shotgun is obviously short range anyway, but you wouldn't really expect a pistol. And most successful pistol engagements are within 7 feet. So there's that, but I mean, it's a lot more accurate, so you go with that way. Get some lovely plunky headshots. And, you know, because it's a pistol and not a shotgun, it doesn't blow the head off. You just get a nice little bullet hole in them. Oh, yes. It is very gory. In fact, Canada, proving their status of mother hen before their current leader took charge, actually classified it as an adult motion picture and classified it as porn. Okay.
John, you read? Go ahead.
To be fair, I'm not sure why that would stop people buying it. In fact, it would probably encourage me to buy it, if I'm honest. But there's nothing pornographic in the game. I think it just didn't have a classified system for like violent games at the time, so I think it just lumped it in with that, which was an interesting one. I think it was also censored in Germany as well. So two countries that are relatively well known for their censorship. I'm not sure about Australia, who are also sort of that way inclined. I feel sorry for everybody that lives in those three countries that they don't get to see the epicness of disemboweling someone with a shotgun. Oh well, they just have to watch a movie instead, won't they? Because having it happen to real people is better. Nothing makes sense in this world anymore. Or even back then, I suppose. But yes, I am still saving for the wedding, so you can expect a few more retro games. So if there's any old ones that you'd like to see me address, then please leave it in the comments below. Only a short one this week because, as I say, outside of the ghoul system, and you know, the shooting is pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's not a whole bunch to talk about in this game. So yeah, you do get a futuristic weapon, as I recall, in the final level of the game, which is like a microwave gun where you can fry or explode people. It was ported to the consoles of its day with the Soldier of Fortune Gold Edition, I believe it was called, and that was, of course, to the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox. Neither version reviewed as well as the PC version. I think they took exception because it took a year longer in development for them, and they didn't really address any particular issues that reviewers had with the PC release, which did review quite well, usually getting around 7 and 8, so that's cool. Anyway guys, that's Soldier of Fortune. It's available on GOG or secondhand for not very much money at all. I would definitely recommend the PC version over the two consoles, because mouse and keyboard first person shooters, if you don't do that, you're rubbish. That's just the way they should be played. I'm sorry. I really hate like console exclusive games where I have to play it on a joypad, because I really want to play it on mouse and keyboard. And I've actually been known when, like, if I've bought a first person shooter on a console and then it's come out later on PC or something like that, or it's been discounted on PC, I've been known to pick it up on there as well, because I'd rather play it, well, at better fidelity with mouse and keyboard, really. Then why not? Anyway guys, I think that'll do for this week. You take care, and I'll catch you next time.